Hey ladies, today is December 27th, 2020. Merry Christmas. Happy second day of Kwanzaa. And I wanted to talk about, oh, I forgot to say, what is this, 76 weeks postpartum? um, I wanted to talk about really quickly some of the toys that I've shown already with toddler toddler toys for Christmas. So I did like 3 different videos on some of the different things I got Michaela for Christmas, and one of the things was this pegboard, um, and these are the pegs. And I don't just as a reminder, let me show you. Came in this orange bag. I actually bought 2 products, and I'm going to talk about them now that I've actually had the time to really use them. Michaela actually, so here's the pegboard. It's 2-sided. One side has the shapes on it, and the other side is just plain. And Michaela did take to this pretty well, actually. She appeared to enjoy trying to push the pegs in. One thing, I don't recall whether I said it before, one thing is that if you do get something like this, you need to put well, they suggest, I guess you don't have to, put the pegs in overnight, and put the pegs in one of the spots and just let them sit overnight to kind of condition the board to make the holes easier for the child to put, to put the pegs in. But that's that. This I actually don't have a problem with. It's foam. It's a fairly hard foam. It's not that hard though, because I can move it a little bit, so it's flexy. But it's a hard foam. And I don't necessarily have a problem with the pegs, but I just wanted to kind of review them. So as you can see, they are like a hard plastic, and they have points. So a lot of toys that have gotten her up into this age, when it was a triangle, when it was a heart, let me see if I can find a heart in this bag. I may not be able to get my hands on it. But whatever. When they had a point, the points were usually rounded, because I guess having points on certain things are dangerous. But this particular toy, the points aren't really rounded. To show you the triangle again, they're not rounded, and I think I just had the square. Well, the square can't really be rounded, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the points weren't as sharp. So, for example, with the star, you see the points are pretty prominent. They're not really sharp though, but they're just prominent. So this is, like I said, this is a hard plastic. You would really be in trouble if you stepped on it. But that aside, they're not really sharp, but they are hard plastic. So you could scratch yourself. The child could scratch um, herself with it. And some of them, not this one, and I tried to take it off. Some of them had a little bit of plastic on the bottom of here on the end where it looks like when they were making them, maybe that like a little bit of plastic over, like a plastic overhang. I don't know what the actual term would be. I tried to like peel them all off because they were a little scratchy, but again, I don't think there's a problem with the toy. I don't find it to be dangerous per se if used correctly. Now my issue is the used correctly part. So Michaela is, I said, 76 weeks. She will be 18 months in, I think, 2 weeks. A little less than 2 weeks. So, yeah, a little less than 2 weeks. So, the thing here is that she likes to put everything in her mouth. Now, these are a good size, right? So I don't see her swallowing them. But there are other orifices on your face outside of your mouth. And she had never really done craziness before. But of course, when I give them to her, she's playing with them on Christmas. She seemed to really enjoy playing with them, which is kind of hard because with a young child at this age, toys at Christmas, since one, they don't know what Christmas is, or any, Christmas, birthdays, whatever holiday you celebrate, they don't know what these days are. And then I tend to buy toys that can grow with her, or things that hopefully she'll take this time next year she'll still be hopefully interested in, which meant that they're a little not advanced, but they're definitely things she has to learn. So she figured out how to do the pegs right away, as far as stacking them, because you can see there's a little hole and you could put one into another one. And she did start trying to put them in the board. Um, and I had to show her how to push them down a little bit, because you need to push it into the board a little bit. And that was all fine. So she got with that. She's still learning colors. She's definitely still learning shapes. Like this, is a red octagon. So, you know, um, she might recognize the red, but definitely not the octagon yet. Um, so yeah, so there's that. But she started trying to push this in her ear. And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't I mean, I know children do things. She had never done, well, I had never seen her do anything like that. Or maybe she's never had anything this shape that was ear friendly. But she didn't actually push in her ear. She does this weird thing where she slowly tries to do stuff. She was slowly bringing it to her ear. And sometimes when she knows she's not supposed to put something in her mouth, she'll slowly bring it into her mouth, like as if, is anyone watching me? And so, yeah, she started to slowly put it to her ear. And I stopped her before, of course, she pushed in her ear. And I'm thinking, why are you doing that? Where did you, what? Why you didn't see anyone do that? What are you doing? And I could only imagine, she might want to shove this up her nose. So yeah, but it's not the toy's fault, right? So, but I just wanted to come back and kind of say something to think about that I didn't think about. I didn't realize that was a thing. But these are, the perfect size for that. I guess the child just has to be taught not to do that type of stuff. So we'll see how I do that. The other thing is that and it has the same bag. These are the lacing beads. So it says beads on it. And I tried to get with her. Now these are going to take a little time too, because these are the beads that you put. The same company makes them, as I just showed. Also a hard plastic. They come with shoestrings or something like that you just lace the beads with. So it's more so a a motor skill, fine motor skill toy to help develop lacing a bead, which seems easy but isn't when you're a young child. So I thought this was a good size. I looked at it and I said, I think this is a good size. I don't know what to compare it to. But I thought it was a good size. But now I'm a little concerned. When Michaela had it, she didn't do anything to show me that it wasn't a good size. She did not put it in her mouth. She did not attempt to put it in her mouth. But then I started thinking, is this too small? I don't know. But I started thinking this is looking like maybe it could go in her mouth. So yeah, so now I'm more paranoid about it. And I, took it away from her. And again, she did not try to put it in her mouth, but it was after she tried to push this in her ear. And then I started thinking, yeah, maybe you can't have this now, right now, so I don't know. This is definitely an under supervision toy. I was hoping to give her some of these things and let her, not that you can just turn your back on your child, but you can't stare at them every second, right? And so when I say under supervision toy, it means that she can only play with it when I'm with her, playing with her. Not just she's in the room, but I have to be, with her, interaction with her, at least for now. I'm thinking that because now I'm a little concerned about the size of of this. This is the smallest bead. Let me show you some of the other beads. I've shown them before, but yeah, here's, yeah, some of the other beads, different shapes, but I don't know. I think different shapes, it's okay, but circles are, can get in your mouth. So, I'm a little concerned about the circle. So I don't know. We'll see. So I don't know. I mean, I recommended these things as ideas to get a toddler, and I still think they are. I still think they're great at helping them develop motor skills and all of that. I just think that I wouldn't recommend necessarily just turning your back or just giving your child them and going about your business, as there are toys you can do that with. I don't think these are, and of course you can't leave any young child for too long, but if this is something you want to leave and hop in the shower with, I don't know if I would, you get in the shower and leave them with it. I don't know if I would do that with this. And it might be fine. I could just be paranoid, because after she showed me her propensity to shove things in her ears, which I did not realize it was something she would do, I kind of was like, maybe I need to rethink some of these things. Anyway, still toys that I do recommend because of their the skills they help the child learn, and that I think is really important. But again, don't just walk away and think that it's all good. At least not until your child has really showed you that they can be responsible with it, or they understand what they're doing with it. So, all right. And again, Michaela's only 17 months. If you're giving this to a 2-year-old, it may be a totally different story, or so it's things to consider. All right, so that's it for now, ladies. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and, a happy new year. And I will speak to you in 2021, probably. All right, be safe. Talk to you soon.